dust mites, dead skin cells, and more. Your pillow can harbor up to 1 million dust mites, tiny insects that feed on human skin cells. These dust mites produce waste that aggravates allergies and respiratory issues like asthma. A single pillow can accumulate 1 to 2 grams of dead skin cells per year, a dust mite's favorite food. Dust mites thrive in warm, humid environments, making your pillow a cozy habitat for them. Washing your pillowcase regularly can help reduce dust mite populations and allergy symptoms. Replacing your pillow every 1 to 2 years can help minimize exposure to dust mites and their waste. Get to grips with the complex economic sanctions and tariffs imposed during the U.S.-China trade war. The U.S.-China trade war began in 2018, with U.S. tariffs on $50 billion of Chinese goods. China retaliated with tariffs on $110 billion of U.S. products, including soybeans and aircraft. The trade war has resulted in over $500 billion in tariffs imposed by both countries. The tariffs have affected global supply chains, causing a 0.5% drop in global trade. The trade war has also led to a decline in U.S. agricultural exports to China by over 50%. A resolution to the trade war could boost the global economy by up to 1% in GDP growth. Explore how mining accidents have been depicted in movies and TV shows, like the 2015 film The 33, based on the Copiapó mining accident. Mining accidents have been depicted in pop culture for over a century, dating back to 1915's The Miner's Daughter. The 1951 film The Brave Bulls was inspired by a real-life mining disaster in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. The 2015 film The 33 tells the true story of the 2010 Copiapó mining accident in Chile, where 33 miners were trapped. The 2014 TV series Rescue 3 dramatized real-life mining rescues, including the 2002 Quay Creek mine rescue. Mining accidents have also been featured in popular TV shows like ER and Grey's Anatomy. These depictions raise awareness about mining safety and the bravery of miners and rescue teams. Find out how keeping your credit utilization ratio below 30% can improve your credit score, and see an example of how a $1,000 credit limit affects your score. Your credit utilization ratio is the percentage of available credit being used at any given time. Aiming to keep this ratio below 30% is crucial for maintaining a healthy credit score. For example, if you have a $1,000 credit limit, try to keep your balance below $300. High credit utilization can negatively affect your credit score, even if you're making on-time payments. Keeping your credit utilization ratio low shows lenders you can manage credit responsibly. A good credit utilization ratio can help you qualify for better loan rates and terms in the future. Discover The Street Cuthbert Gospel is the oldest surviving intact book in the Western world, dating back to the 8th century. This 1,300-year-old book is a Latin copy of the Gospel of John, written on 94 pages of vellum. The Gospel was buried with St. Cuthbert, a 7th-century Christian saint, on the island of Lindisfarne off Northumbria, England. In 1104, the book was rediscovered during the translation of St. Cuthbert's relics to Durham Cathedral, where it remained for centuries. In 2012, the British Library acquired the St. Cuthbert Gospel at an auction for £9 million, ensuring its preservation for future generations. Despite being over 1,300 years old, the book remains in remarkably good condition, with its original binding and decorative metalwork still intact. Ronda Rousey was a trailblazing MMA fighter who dominated the UFC women's bantamweight division, holding the title for a record 1,074 days. Ronda Rousey was the first American woman to earn an Olympic medal in judo in 2008. She made her MMA debut in 2011, winning her first 3 fights in under 2 minutes each. Rousey's signature move, the armbar, earned her 9 of her 12 UFC victories. She became the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion in 2012, a title she held for 1,074 days. Rousey's 2015 fight against Betha Correia set a record for the fastest title defense in UFC history at 34 seconds. She was inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame in 2018, becoming the first woman to receive the honor. Discover the origins of the iconic rivalry between Coca-Cola and Pepsi dating back to the late 19th century when both companies were founded. Coca-Cola was founded in 1886 by pharmacist John Pemberton in Atlanta, Georgia. Pepsi was founded in 1893 by Caleb Bradham as Brad's Drink, later renamed Pepsi-Cola in 1898. The Pepsi Challenge, launched in 1975, asked people to blind taste test Pepsi versus Coke, shocking the industry. Pepsi's sweeter taste and affordable price appealed to younger consumers, threatening Coke's market dominance. The Cola Wars led to iconic marketing campaigns, including Coke's Mean Joe Green and Pepsi's The Choice of a New Generation. Today, Coca-Cola and Pepsi remain two of the largest beverage companies worldwide, with a combined market share of over 70%. Take to the skies and learn about the introduction of airmail services in the 1910 seconds, which drastically reduced delivery times and connected the world like never before. In 1911, the first airmail flight took off in India, carrying 6,500 letters over 10 miles. By 1918, airmail services connected the U.S. East and West coasts, reducing delivery times from 7 days to 3. The first transatlantic airmail flight occurred in 1939, flying from Newfoundland to Ireland in 22 hours. Airmail revolutionized global communication, reducing delivery times between London and Australia from 45 days to 13. Before airmail, mail traveled by ship, taking up to 6 months to reach destinations in South America and Africa. Learn the astonishing fact that Italian club Salernitana once played an entire Serie A match against Juventus in 1999, with an outfield player in goal, drawing 1-1. In 1999, Salernitana, an Italian club, faced a goalkeeper crisis before a Serie A match. The team's coach, Francesco Otto, had no goalkeepers available due to injuries and suspensions. Outfield player Giuseppe Di Maio stepped in as an emergency goalkeeper for Salernitana. The match against Juventus went ahead, with Di Maio playing in goal for Salernitana. The incredible match ended in a 1-1 draw, with Salernitana earning a valuable point. This unusual event has become a legendary moment in Italian football history. The Wilhelm Gustloff disaster is often overlooked in history, but its impact was significant. The Wilhelm Gustloff was a German passenger liner turned hospital ship during World War II. On the 30th of January 1945, it was torpedoed by a Soviet submarine in the Baltic Sea. The ship was carrying over 10,000 people, mostly civilians and wounded soldiers, to safety. In just 55 minutes, the Wilhelm Gustloff sank, resulting in over 9,300 deaths. The disaster was one of the deadliest maritime disasters in history, surpassed only by the Titanic. The tragedy was largely forgotten due to the Soviet Union's efforts to conceal the incident.